The title of my book is Death by Homicide. Chapter 1, The Incident.
Patty Jerving has found writing to be a comfort as she and her husband Doug cope with the loss of their son.
It all began in the very early morning hours of February 7th, 2023.
That's when 3 detectives showed up on their front porch to tell them that their son, Peter, a Milwaukee police officer, had been shot and killed on the job.
Suddenly I couldn't breathe. It seemed as if all the oxygen had left the room, and I was desperately trying to suck in air.
She tries to read the first chapter aloud, but it's hard.
I thought I was better, but the anniversary coming up, and I was hoping I wouldn't cry, but I don't think I'll make it.
We've been through a lot in this last year.
February 7th, 2023, their son Peter and his partner tracked down a robbery suspect on Milwaukee's South Side. A warning, their body camera video may be difficult to watch.
How did you prepare for seeing the video?
I cried a lot, but I had to see it because we had to know what Peter did, because we thought Peter would want us to know.
Terrell, don't make us run.
Officer Jerving and his partner give chase as the suspect does run.
He was, training a rookie that had just graduated from the academy.
Suddenly, the man pulls a gun and fires.
Police training tells the officers, in the face of gunfire, take cover. But Peter didn't. He saw his partner struggling, with the gunman. So he ran towards the gunfire, and he was shot, and he fell down, but he got up. He kept running. He fell down a second time because he was shot a second time, but he got up again until he was able to eliminate the danger.
The suspect died at the scene. Officer Jerving, just 37 years old, died later that morning.
He knew the risks of his job, but he willingly took them.
Jerving graduated from the police academy in 2019. His mother remembers looking at his official portrait on graduation day and then thinking of a funeral procession she had seen for another MPD officer the year before.
I didn't know it at the time, but it was a premonition, because I watched the squad procession, and I thought, they're going to do that for Peter. And I pushed the thought away.
A man of action, but also a man who was filled with loving kindness.
They did do that for Officer Jerving. Hundreds of fellow officers paid tribute. Citizens lined the route.
I just realized it wasn't just us grieving, it was like the whole city. Please bless all the officers.
Patty and Doug even spoke at his funeral.
That's the most important thing, is to just remember that even though bad things do happen to good people, God is still in control.
Since their son's death, the Jervings have received gifts from the public, some handmade.
I crochet, so I know how much work went into this.
And an array of awards honoring Peter. They even got his academy notebook where he wrote about why he wanted to be a police officer.
This job means a lot to me because I want to be a role model. I hope one day that I can maybe touch that one person's heart and to prove to the community that there can be a good connection between the community and law enforcement, even with all the negative history.
They have other mementos too. His nightstick, some of what he wore the night he died, and they have hope that the unity shown after his death lasts.
I don't want my son to be forgotten. His passing meant to our community was a kind of a coming together. Let's change. Let's consider one another before ourselves.
What do you want Milwaukee to remember about your son?
Peter loved being a police officer, and over this past year, Milwaukee has shown us, his parents and his siblings, that they love Peter too. And that just means all the world to me.
And gives her comfort as she continues to write her son's story.
Patty and Doug say they'll spend the anniversary next Wednesday, first at the cemetery and then at their home with their 6 other children, reminiscing and Patrick just being together.
The book she's writing, when will it be available?
Not until at least after May. That's when she and Doug will be in the nation's capital to see Peter's name be put on the National Police Memorial during Police Week. She wants to include all of that in the book. Once it's finished, some of the proceeds will go to the Concerns of Police Survivors organization. As Patty says, Patrick, that organization helped her family so much.